It's time for the lasagna.
Lasagna.
Man, I don't know if I like lasagna.
Really?
Do y'all like lasagna?
Lasagna's cool.
Yeah. I like lasagna.
It's cool. It's chill, man.
Yeah. I mean, pretty good.
That's pretty badass. I can't say the last time I had lasagna.
Some lasagna's better than others, though. And I can tell you that right now. Homemade lasagna. Damn, I don't know what's put in it, but there's like this. It's like fettuccine.
They got all kinds of stuff.
Oh, brother.
Some lasagna is better than others. You know? I guess that's like anybody.
Yeah.
And everybody.
Some people are
better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you think that there's different types of lasagna? Is lasagna a pasta?
I reckon.
Yeah. Wait.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because they call
I don't
on the
know
box
either.
they'll say lasagna noodles, but I don't.
Damn.
Well, do we consider we consider macaroni's the name of the noodle, right?
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, we consider macaroni to be like the noodle, right?
Yeah, lasagna and cheese.
Because I know like rigatoni is a type of noodle.
Rigatoni.
You get like pasta noodles.
Yeah, but we don't call it like
What is
you wouldn't call it ziti noodles. You call it rigatoni.
Yo, bro, rigatoni sounds like a fucking. That sounds like a racial slur.
Yeah.
Yo, don't talk to bro. He's a rigatoni. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up that you just called me a rigatoni.
Tell me.
Let's hear it.
What well, in the background here, what is your newest art piece? Because obviously I came in, I saw you over there painting. You looked really focused, by the way. Like
It's over there.
you look like a genuine artist.
It's yeah.
You were really cooking up over
I was really cooking up. Yeah, it's that one right there.
The one on the ground right there.
That one on the ground right there. Yeah, that's you can't really see it. Actually, both of those. I actually did those at the same time.
Oh.
That one on the bottom, the smaller one, is. I'll fucking grab it so these people can see it. Sorry if you're just listening. You're out of fucking luck.
Real.
You might as well just go to fucking YouTube, brother.
Yep. Go on YouTube, subscribe, and like the video while you're at it.
Yeah, and go follow him too. Wraith Hoops.
Look at that. Amazing.
Yes, sir. This is the newest one. I just got a finish put on it, so that's why it looks a little glossy.
All over the place.
Yep. All over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally the name of the painting. It's called All Over the Place. Holy fuck. All over the place. And then we got the other one. That one's a little bit heavier. We might just leave that one over there. We'll let these people just guess what the fuck it looks like. Let's let you use your fucking imagination for that. God damn.
Good God.
Let's let you use your fucking imagination for that one.
Real.
Critical thinking.
Yeah, critical thinking, man. Have you ever painted before or drew? Are you in any sort of artistic endeavors?
I am not. Okay, so
Let's turn your mic up too, cause I remember you. You're a damn. You be talking like this.
and it's very serenading of the ears.
Very softly.
Nah, but
Yeah, we got you turned up, brother.
I'm not a skilled artist. I have a very strong appreciation for the arts.
Yeah.
But I can't sing. If I could sing, you would not be able to shut me up.
Man.
Right? I need before I die, I need to learn how to play either the piano or the violin.
You're too late.
Nah, I refuse. I don't care if it takes me 20 years. If I'm 40 and you see me sit down at a piano randomly, I'm like, Carson, watch this.
Oh, yeah.
And just sit down and just start
He's
cooking.
going ham.
Going
Yeah.
crazy. Playing like,
for real.
This took 20 years to learn.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate my talent.
You're gonna be
Not even
80.
talent, my skill.
Skill. Oh.
Skill, yeah, because I'm not talented.
What's the difference?
Talent is just innate. It's what you have. Like talent is like a black person jumping 50 inches, right? Now, granted, there aren't that many black people that can, but like, how do I say this? Talent is like the random high schooler that can dunk, who never practiced, who's never had a training or anything like that. And then skill is the high schooler that goes to the jumping coach and like does something for like 6 months, a year, and they progressively, like, you see them get better, and then you see them finally get the opportunity to dunk.
Oh, yeah,
One of them just had it. The other person had to like work and get it.
I see what you're saying.
And be a dog.
Well, yeah, but I think that there's like a blurred line in between. Mm-hmm. Because I think that talent is like. I think talent is like like talent and skill like kind of go hand in hand. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like.
It's like
I don't think that most things
differentiate the two.
No, I think like singing, like people go to class for singing. People have like singing class, like vocal cord training.
Like especially people that are in like church choirs. Like, they have really good. If nothing else, they're good at harmonizing.
Yeah,
and that's like impressive
and hitting the notes. There's that, and then but whenever it comes to sports, there are people with physical advantages. That's why men don't play in fucking women's sports. Look, do I have to fucking say it again? Does everybody else have to say it again? Anyways, even if you're portraying yourself as a woman, even if you're, an actor acting as a woman, you shouldn't play in women's sports. You know what I'm saying? But
you know what?
Yeah.
Have you been paying attention at all to the WNBA this year?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so do you know who Caitlin Clark is?
Nope.
Okay, so basically Caitlin Clark was like the Steph Curry of women's basketball in college last year. Meaning she was a 6 foot tall white girl who's straight. I don't know why that matters.
Yeah. No, it definitely
brown hair,
100%
long
matters.
ponytail. She went to Iowa. She used to splash threes left and right. Like when she crossed half court, you had to pick her up and like genuinely guard her.
Damn.
Like she was that dangerous. And so people obviously, we're gonna watch the game because we've never seen a girl be able to do this. Like she can actually dribble. She can actually shoot.
She got handles.
She makes her layups, and like she literally, she's the female Steph Curry in the girls' world.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So she was genuinely impressive to watch.
Yeah.
So now she's a rookie because girls basketball, or for the WNBA, they start like during the men's playoff bracket. So they're like 6 or 7 games into their WNBA season, and they play during the summer. Then the boys pick up and back to business. But so. The New York Times, this one, and I'm going to call him a clown. I don't remember what his name is. It's like Jim.
He's a clown.
It's like Jim. Yeah, Jim's a clown.
Like a jokester.
He was sitting there. Oh no, he's also dumb. Usually I don't take jabs at people, but I have a video. Yeah. I have a video that I gotta cut down. I recorded 32 minutes cooking the article that he wrote. I have to send it to my editor so that he can like add some.
Oh, it's not up yet.
Look cute. No, it's probably gonna be up today's
Wednesday.
Probably like
Friday. I don't even know.
I'm supposed to be at work.
Probably like Saturday-ish, probably, most likely. As long as I can finish it today.
Okay, follow him. Actually, subscribe to him and follow him. Fuck it.
Yeah, man.
Both.
Wraith Hoops, man.
Yeah. Go do that right now. Actually, after the podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, right now.
And if you're right here this far, go ahead and subscribe to this one. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Drop a like first, because obviously you made it this far. So
fucking do everything, man.
Why not?
Yeah.
Drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be more episodes and there's more bangers. I'm a repeat offender.
Absolutely.
Right? Look at me. I look like a criminal, so I got my jail braids in.
Yeah, holy shit, man. That's fresh.
I got my jumpsuit on.
Those are
he got
fresh.
his jumpsuit on. That's the prison guard right there. Well, that's a warden.
He's a warden.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But so in the article, he talks about how she's a great basketball player. She can shoot really well. People enjoy watching her game. But then they were like, but let's not act like her being a white straight woman hasn't elevated her marketability.
Brother.
And I said, what are we talking about? I was like, clearly, and I was like, I genuinely I got frustrated. I don't care about girls hoops. Like unless I'm watching a high school game and I'm like physically there.
Yeah.
Like it's cool. Like NCAA girls basketball, I enjoy watching those March Madness games. They're actually pretty cool. WNBA, not so much. They be missing layups on the fast break. I mean, nobody's near you and miss a layup. Personally, my coach is making me run. So you're a professional getting paid $70,000 a year to fail at doing that.
You need to be not failing.
Problematic,
Yeah.
But he was in there. He's like, she's a great shooter and everything, but let's not act like her being a white straight woman is, not help. It's really helping her brand. And I'm like, okay, let's follow this, right? Women complained because the WNBA doesn't get as much love as the NBA.
Yeah.
That's because you can't dunk. You miss layups. You can't shoot like Curry in them.
Amen.
You have a girl that can now shoot like Curry in them. You still can't dunk. And you still miss layups.
That's right.
you got a sniper.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we've never seen this before. This is a new change to the game. It's flavor. It's a little extra seasoning.
Now we're gonna add politics into
now
it.
Guess what? You have guys that want to watch it now.
Oh.
So now, instead of, mind you, the WNBA has never had a profitable season since its inception.
Oh, bro.
Like since
That's
the
rough.
very
That's
beginning,
rough.
it's been absolutely fried. Like it's terrible. I think more recently they've been in the negative by like 13 million, and that was like their best year financially.
Then who the fuck is paying for this?
The NBA. Ironically enough,
Dude,
so it's like
crazy.
bro,
That is
people
crazy.
say that, and it's like,
They're subsidized by.
and it's like, okay, and it's the thing of he sat there and said that, and I'm just like, well, you would be correct if white straight women were watching the WNBA. They don't give a fuck about the WNBA. Men are watching the WNBA. Let's pull up the viewer analytics right now. Let's look at all the ticket holders and everybody that bought a ticket to the Fever, which is the team that picked her. They picked her first overall. They're a terrible team. They were terrible last year.
What do you mean
they
the
were able to
Fever?
pick her. That's it's like the Indiana Fever, I think. That's what it is. Like they're
Indiana Fever.
Yeah. So
The
basically,
Louisiana love bombs.
basically, they're a terrible organization. They're not a terrible organization. They're a terrible team. They were a god awful team last year.
The Delaware dishwashers.
That's insane.
Bro. Okay, all right. Sorry.
That's pretty good. That got a ring to it, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
That's pretty good.
The thing that made it so bad is the fact that people will consistently act like that, like her being a white woman that I almost said that couldn't cook.
Oh,
A
man.
white woman that can shoot actually like her being straight means nothing. Now, admittedly, apparently like a third of the WNBA is like part of the LGBTQ community. Like a third of them are like lesbians and stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I don't care.
Shit, yeah.
Either you can make a bucket or you can't. Either you get your ankles broke or you don't.
They just so
either you win
happen
a
to
championship or you don't.
they just so happen to be masculine, you know?
Exactly. Do I care?
Yeah.
If there's bad lesbians.
Yeah.
Every guy has had a dream about a bad lesbian. I refuse. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
No,
Exactly. Exactly. So we don't care. We don't care. If
We don't give a fuck.
anything, if guys have such low standards and just we're
Yeah.
just in the floor like everybody says we are, we should watch the WNBA more because they're a third lesbian. All right.
Okay.
That's the logic.
Yeah, for real.
So her being a white straight woman should actually make guys not want to watch her. Not make us want to
honestly,
watch her.
whenever I used to watch porn, it would just be lesbian porn. I'm not gonna cap to you.
Type shit.
For real.
All right.
Oh God, man.
W honesty.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not gay. I don't want to see any dicks. You dig what I'm saying?
Now I'm not gonna lie, watching a porn video and hearing the guy,
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
you know what I'm saying?
his mic,
Like
cut
it-
his mic off.
Like it ain't no. It's just nothing hotter than like two bitches kissing. Two women. Sorry, excuse me. But I mean, they're in a porno scene, so I mean, I think that we can kind of be a little bit derogatory there. So, feminine women. They have to be feminine, though. I like that. Two feminine women kissing.
I'm not gonna lie, a tomboy girl is kind of tough sometimes.
Kind of tough.
A tomboy girl, not a bro.
Oh yeah, hell no.
Like a tomboy
Hell
girl?
No. Yeah.
It's like, hold on,
For real. Yeah.
you look tough, but you know a little bit about your sports. You know a little bit about football.
Yeah.
You know what a touchdown is.
Yeah.
You know what a 3-pointer is.
Yeah. And she only has guy friends.
Come catch my rebounds. Oh no, straight guy friends is a no.
Oh yeah, that is definitely 100% a no.
Cause
You talking about like a leader of the pack girl?
yeah,
The leader of the girl pack.
the alpha female.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
like a
yes,
wolf
yes,
pack.
yes. Yeah.
I think wolves have like the alpha female. Maybe I'm wrong.
Probably
No,
not.
well, it's because with lions they have like the male that mates with all the females in the pack. Well, not pack, but tribe. Is it tribe of lions?
I think so.
I have
Like
no
tribe,
idea.
Something like that.
I don't
Like,
know.
There's one guy that mates with all the girls in their tribe, but the girls are the ones that actually go out and hunt.
Oh yeah. That's
Which is interesting.
Like the lionesses go hunting and the
Yeah.
wherever the line, he just eats the food afterwards.
Yeah. But if a threat comes, hey, he got to stand on business.
He got
Ain't no way they out here killing wildebeest for you and bringing them back over.
For real.
And then you eating good.
For no reason.
and then a pack of wildebeest come and try to fuck you over.
And you got to be the one to volunteer.
And you get folded? Absolutely not. Couldn't be me.
We can't be folded.
Could not be me.
Bro, what was you saying?
Oh yeah, we got all the way off.
That's
topic.
okay, bro.
But basically, he was saying that her being white and straight was like the whole thing of her brand. Like he was making it seem like it was a 50-50 split as to why people are watching the WNBA now and why they're able to sell tickets. And that's completely false. The only reason we know who Caitlin Clark is because she can shoot the basketball really well.
Yeah.
Like in ways we've never seen a girl shoot. If I sat there and if I polled 1,000 men, not 100, 1,000 men, and I picked a city, I don't pick the country. I'm gonna go to a mall.
Oh.
I'm going to go to Concord Mills Mall, wherever, Lenox, wherever you want to go.
Okay.
And poll 1,000 men and ask them who Caitlin Clark is. There's going to be a pretty significant number that know who she is. And if you say, "Oh, how do you know who she is?" They're not going to say, she's a white basketball player. She's a white basketball player. Here she's a straight woman. They're going to say, "She's that girl that be shooting like Curry, don't she?"
Yeah.
That's all they know. That's all they know. We don't care what she likes.
Yeah.
Like if she likes female parts.
Yeah.
Or if she likes Long John Silvers, it doesn't matter.
No,
if you can shoot, you can shoot.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right? Because when she misses a free throw to win the championship, nobody's gonna say, "Oh, Caitlin Clark, if she was any gayer, she would have been able to hit that one." Nobody's gonna fucking say that. We're gonna say she's a great shooter, but she's sold right there. That's what we're gonna say.
No, yeah, they're just adding in information that doesn't make a fuck.
And it's like they act like it's like. They were sitting there and they listed like in the article, he lists like 3 or 4 like all-star caliber WNBA players that are like lesbians. And I was like, I didn't even know they were lesbians. She just looked like a cute lady that hoops.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Why does it even matter?
And it's like, if you want to say that's how she gets certain brand deals from certain companies, like if Chick-fil-A gives her a deal. I can see that because, they have really strong Christian values. They're closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
That would make sense. But you want to sit there and say, that's why we're watching the games?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
He's just a lame.
As many,
just lame.
Let's face it. America's pretty racist. We're all subtly racist in some way.
Everybody's racist.
Every last one of us.
Yeah.
Right? Now, some of us are more racist than others.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me right now every Dallas Cowboys fan likes black people.
Yeah.
But they are Dallas fans till the day they die.
Yeah.
Till the day they die. You can't tell them different. They will tell you every year they're going to make the Super Bowl. It's not happening.
It's not happening.
Not once. It hasn't happened yet.
I don't
but
watch
they'll keep
football.
saying it. But they'll keep saying it. But the thing is, they don't care that the players are black.
They don't give a fuck. They just want to watch them play football.
They just want that. Oh, I almost said the word. They just want those darkies to put on those stars.
Bro,
put
darkies
on that silver helmet
crazy.
and go to war. They just want to see him go to war.
Yo.
I almost hit the hardy hard.
Whoa, almost. Whoa,
like, wait a minute,
slinging that today?
I was like, I really got a character right there.
Damn, bro.
They just want to see you. They just want to see you go after it, so they can say my team won.
Yeah.
I don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
I don't care if freaking. I don't care if Anthony Davis is gay. I don't care if Nikola Jokic is gay.
Yeah.
I don't care if any NBA player is gay.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're black, white, Asian,
like like that one
Indian.
That one guy, isn't it Dwayne Wade? He's got that one.
Yeah, he
got that one weird kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like what's it mean?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. We leave this in here. Why? I couldn't fathom being a father of a child, and then my child wants to go that route. Like, I can't conceptualize how I would accept that. Like, you want to be, not only do you like guys now, but you want to be a girl.
Bro,
I failed.
You heard about that, Seth?
I'm going to kill myself
I don't
now.
follow that silly stuff.
And it's like, I used to be a big, like, not a D-Wade fan, but like when LeBron was with the Heat, I was watching their games and everything. I'm like, yo, this dude D-Wade tough. And they came out later on. There's like, his wife, Gabrielle Union. I was like, oh, she's that actress that be doing all them movies. She look nice. Like, she be cooking in them videos. And he's a great NBA player. Oh, they're going to have some dominant kids. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Then that's the first article I hear about their kids. I said, huh? I said, it's a boy that wants to be a girl and likes boys?
And he's like, oh yes, we're gonna support her, him, whatever.
And then he started getting his nails painted, and now
bro, no, that's crazy, bro.
That's the end of a bloodline right there.
That is literally.
They're literally relying on the oldest son to save them now.
Yeah,
because I think he only has 2 boys. Maybe he had his daughter at the end, but I know he has the oldest boy. I think he's in the G League right now. I want to say he's with the Utah or the Salt Lake City Stars right now. So he's not a great player, but he is a player, right? He's the son of a good NBA player. The other one is now, I guess they call her a daughter of a great NBA player.
But that's crazy.
But listen,
that is crazy. I thought that knocked over. Sorry, bro. I'm just schizo.
What did you even do?
Nah, I thought that I knocked over this.
I felt like something moved over there real quick. I couldn't react in time to see where it was.
It's our pet possum.
I was like, wait, fuck. I was about to ask you, does the lamp look like it's flat?
Yes.
If the lamp looks fat, I'm sorry. You're about to wake up from your dream, and you're about to wake up from that coma, brother.
Man, I hope not. I hope I stay in this coma forever. No, I didn't think that I closed this. I felt it, and I thought that I kept it open like this, because then I had a flashback whenever I touched it that I had it, because I had it open for a while earlier today, and I actually hit it and it spilled a little bit, and then I had a flashback whenever I kicked it, and it was not true.
World War II do be hitting like that sometimes.
Yeah. Anyways, what was you saying about this?
But yeah,
we're not going to say any slurs on this podcast today.
Moral of the story.
Go ahead.
I never thought I'd be defending WNBA basketball anything. I don't quite honestly care too much for it. Like, I like a good girls hooper. Like, it's nice to watch, but I don't like watch it as intently as I guess I should.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and the other thing is, like, in their game so far, the girls are really going after her.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need you to, since I know you don't watch it, I'm going to explain it to you like, I have to get you to.
So the girls be going after her? Is that what you're saying?
Like they'll foul her really hard, or they'll clothesline her, like stuff like that. Like, and it's happened to a couple of the other rookies as well.
Yeah.
But for her to be a shooter, getting hit the way that she gets hit sometimes is kind of crazy. And
does it not be happening to like Steph Curry?
Not the same way. Like, not even close. Like,
maybe they're jealous.
When you watch their games, it's like, if you land in Steph Curry's landing space and he lands on your heel, he could roll his ankle and then he's out for a couple games. And they're losing a lot of money because a lot of people don't go to the Warriors games to watch the Warriors.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're going to watch Stephen Curry.
Yes, sir.
We're watching him to shoot from 40 feet away. We're trying to see him splash that and then hit a celly.
Trying to see him from the fucking half court line.
Exactly. That's what you're going there for. So if he rolls his ankles, hey, we losing money. You know what? Hey. Oh, he just landed his landing space? Yeah, that's a technical foul. Get his ass up off the court right now. You know, it's one of those things. But like with the WNBA, they're just like, they're having at it. And the refs aren't like, I guess, policing as hard as I personally would like for them to.
And they can't possibly lose any more money.
Exactly. And the thing is, so previous to this year, they have never had a game that had more than 1 million views.
Yeah.
Ever. In the first week, they had 3 games. 2 of them had Caitlin Clark in them.
Ooh.
2 of those games, it was they had like 1.24 million and then 1.76 million, something like that. So she's giving you the greatest views you've ever had. She's brought in so much notoriety and like has people actually go into the game so much so that they were able to move WNBA games back from the small arenas back into the actual big NBA type arenas so they can actually sell more tickets, and they're selling more tickets. She's had such an influence that they are capable of flying on planes to games now. They were riding charter buses.
Oh shit! They stepped up.
You couldn't catch it, and you couldn't catch LeBron James in a charter bus going across the fucking from Florida up to New York. That would not happen.
No, hell no.
Because they also make money, and so she single-handedly is feeding families. She is single-handedly as a white, straight, 6 foot tall, not super attractive woman. She's bringing in millions.
Yeah.
And she might unequivocally create the first positive year. Like, that's how crazy her influence is. She might actually make them not lose money.
Yeah.
For the first time ever in history.
No, that is crazy.
In history.
And then they're like, yeah,
it's like,
it don't count because she's white and straight.
They're like, oh, that's why people are watching the games now, because we definitely give a fuck. No, you don't give a fuck. If you don't watch girls basketball, just say that. I don't watch it that often. But I know what good basketball looks like. So when I watch it and I say, oh, she can hoop, I don't care. I don't care if she has 3 toes on her right foot. She can hoop.
She can hoop.
She got that burner. She be hitting them threes.
Yeah.
If she can bring a bunch of white men and a bunch of black men, and families to come to the games.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
You know how crazy that got to be to sit there and convince a man to bring his sons to watch a woman play basketball.
That must be crazy.
Right? And we're seeing the gyms like be packed out. The stadiums are packed out. Like they're selling out crowds.
Yeah.
For the first time ever. Because before it frustrates me so much, because it's like last year, I want to say they said like the most expensive ticket for the Indiana Fever's first game was like $47. The most expensive ticket to sit courtside at a professional women's NBA game, WNBA game in the United States, apparently the most free and the greatest country on the planet, was just $46. This year, the cheapest ticket was $147.
Oh wow!
If that's not money, and they sold out. So what are we talking
That's
about?
Good.
Right
that's crazy.
Celia, she's white and straight. She put me in it.
It just blows your mind, don't?
Yeah, she has me hypnotized.
You're baffled.
I'm like, it's the whiteness and the straightness of it. She just has me like in a chokehold.
Just a lane, man. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Man, that is wild.
Like her being white and straight just makes me really want to watch girls basketball now, man. I'm just so attracted.
I don't like whenever they enter. Like that's the same thing. That's the same concept of like the Disney, like everything that's happening with the Disney stuff. And that's the exact reason why they're losing money, is because they want to throw politics into it, and then they want to integrate their politics into the art. Which, first of all, it doesn't even make a fuck. Second of all, it divides your audience. Like, why would you integrate your politics into the art that you're trying to provide for the people?
Exactly.
And then second of all, what is the reasoning behind it? That's the first thing. Exactly. It's like, why the fuck would you want to do that? And then second of all, you're splitting your audience.
Exactly.
So you're going to lose money doing it anyways.
And the nastiest part is the fact that before, women in the WNBA were like, we don't get as much respect and love as NBA players. Nobody comes to watch our games. Our games are never packed out. So you know what happened? They put an emphasis on the girls basketball scene in college. The NCAA March Madness, for the first time ever, focused on the girls this year, and like last year a little bit more. So we're seeing all these girls that can actually hoop. We're like, hold on, I like this. And so guys are watching the games. Yeah. So she enters the draft, she gets drafted, and now she's in the league. So now all those people that were watching those games are now watching your league. Yeah. So support her, get right on the bandwagon, so they see you too. They're like, oh, yo, she's tough too. Let me watch her games. Let me go to her games. And that puts more money in your pocket. And instead of getting paid $70,000 a year, you're seeing actual money. See, I mean, the most hilarious thing, like somebody said, for a betting trick for the WNBA, since the WNBA is finally probably going to be profitable, he said, look at the injury report, and if it says a girl's out with soreness or sickness, go ahead and bet, or if she's day to day, bet the under, because that means she's on her period, which means she's going to perform worse.
Ooh,
which is crazy.
No, that is crazy.
That is crazy business. It's like, it makes sense, but it's like, that's crazy. Especially when like a pregnancy can like derail your entire career.
Ooh.
Like, imagine you get pregnant at the end, like right after you win the championship, and then you're out the first half of the next season.
No, for real. That would be crazy, man. No. Whoa. Yo, I'm ready for the WNFL. When are we having that?
You don't like the Bikini League or whatever that is? You know that arena football thing for the women?
Never heard of it.
You ever heard of it?
No, I want to see the WNFL.
The WNFL would be crazy.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Is the I want to see.
I thought that's what the bikini thing was.
I want to see these women's absolutely clash with one another. Yeah, like big time. Like I'm talking about like concussions and shit. That's what I'm trying to see.
Concussions is sick.
That's wild.
That's wild.
It would definitely be interesting.
Yeah.
Nah, for
It
real.
would take a while to take, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I think the WNBA finally being profitable is actually like a good thing. Like most progressive things, I'm not actually very fond of.
Yeah.
But this is one of the things where it's like, you know, I could see that being like a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Like I would love for my daughter to like be a hooper for real.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I don't got to worry about her being a whore.
Yeah.
She's gonna be in the gym hooping. If like she's in the gym with Daquan, I know that I used to like getting shots up and getting rebounds. It might be like a. Have you ever seen Love and Basketball?
No.
All right, so it's one of those like black family type movies.
Yeah.
But it's like a black girl and a black boy, and like they both hoop in high school. They're really close. They date and they like break up dramatically, and they get back together when they're like post college or whatever. And then he experiences a career ending injury when he's with the Lakers.
Is that a Hallmark movie?
Basically. And she joins the WNBA and like she's really tough, and then like the movie concludes and he's sitting in the bleachers with their son on his lap and they're clapping for mommy and she's like on the court hooping. That's kind of cute, you know?
Yeah.
Like, my daughter being a hooper, that'd be tough.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be tough. Either that or an immaculate housewife. I'd be very proud, because then
better than a whore.
Yeah.
That's way better than a whore.
Yeah. The only thing worse than being a whore is probably like being a suicidal whore. Or like a.
Oh no!
Wait, I said suicidal. Oh, I meant to say like a serial killing whore.
No,
That's pretty bad too.
Yeah, either one, brother.
Yeah.
I actually know a suicidal whore.
Oh.
I actually know a few of them. Unfortunately, maybe.
Wait, does that mean that they're readily accessible to anybody?
Basically. Yeah, you mean hook you up?
We're gonna exchange contacts after this episode.
Yeah. No, I got you, bro. Yeah. I actually. No. Actually, you probably don't want that. Yeah.
Just a train wreck.
Nah, an absolute train wreck. You just have to sit and listen for like a long time. And then you'll like slowly realize you're like, damn, this bitch is crazy as fuck.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Nah, for real. This one girl, I seen her a while back. God damn. I even hate to even touch on this story, man.
Keep going.
There was this girl that I seen a while back. I knew her from a few years ago. Like, we used to talk and shit, but I didn't really ever want to do her because she seemed kind of crazy, you know, and I knew that she would like be really, really attached. She was already kind of attached beforehand, and then once you do that, you just automatically get them really attached. So I was like avoiding it. And then so we stopped talking to her for a while, and then I seen her out one day, and then I started talking to her, and she would not shut the fuck up. She was telling me how she was like, she had a search warrant out on her. First of all, she said that she just got done getting to a fight, like a physical fist fight with a bitch. Said that she was going to beat a bitch's ass. She was like, I swear to God, I'll beat this bitch's ass. And then she was talking shit on the internet, and she was doing this and that. And then her man, I fucking robbed him for all he had. And then he didn't do shit. He's a fucking pussy. And then I just took 3 Adderall, and then I'm about to take 5 more. Do you know anybody with the Adderall? Anyways, this one guy, I told him I was beat the fuck out of him. I was going to tell him, and I didn't even have a fucking gat or anything. And he kept on running his mouth, and I told him I'd beat his fucking ass, and I did beat his ass, and he didn't do shit about it, and I didn't even have a gun, and he was still scared, pussy. I swear to God, dude.
Question.
I swear to God. And I watched her crush up an Adderall right in front of my fucking face and snort it. And then she was smoking cigarettes. She was chain smoking cigarettes.
In the beginning, the verbiage made me think she was a black girl. But then when you said that she crushed up that Adderall and snorted it and then smoked the cigarette to follow it up as a fucking chaser.
Yeah.
So she was white?
Yeah. She didn't even have water. She didn't even have any water.
She just snorted the
bro. And she had a can of Mountain Dew that wasn't even there was no Mountain Dew in it, bro. She was using it as an ashtray.
Yo, nah, she's too professional.
Bro, and then she was like, I swear to God, I'm going to beat this fucking guy's ass. He literally said that he went around and gave me AIDS and everything, but he didn't. I think I was the one that gave it to him, but I don't give a fuck. And, bro, that's what got me. And then that was the moment where I was like, you know what?
Claiming AIDS is insane.
There was no possible way. Not that there was any other possible way beforehand that it was ever gonna happen. But as soon as she said that, I was like, nah. At that point, like, I was listening to her. I didn't even say a word the whole time. All I was saying was like, yo, so what's been going on? And then that's
She
what
spilled.
She spilled, bro. She was going ham on the verge of crying and shit. Brother, oh my God, man. And she was like, then she started smoking a blunt. She was like, I didn't spend all my money. I'm about to sell this Louis Vuitton bag. The shit wasn't even real. It wasn't even a real Louis Vuitton bag. I hope the fuck, man. I'm really sorry for whatever you're going through. Really, if you're listening to this, I really don't think that you're listening to this. She didn't even ask. She didn't ask about me. Really.
If I had all that going on, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I would have asked you,
Bro.
I pray for her peace and recovery.
And then she was talking about how she had gonorrhea and shit. I was like,
okay.
I was like, hey, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm sorry.
This was how many years ago?
This wasn't even years ago. This was like a few months ago.
Said, this is all the time we have for today. We'll
This
is the next episode.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry all that shit's happening to you, and I'm really not trying to talk shit. You just got to get your shit straightened out.
Facts.
You just got to get your shit straightened out. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get that shit straightened out.
Type.
Yeah, and I'm not the man for the job.
No man.
I'm sure.
It's not.
I'm sure that she was like, so if you don't see me ever again after this, and you see that I get into a car wreck or something tonight, just know that, it's all love.
It's all love is crazy. It's all love is absolutely insane.
Yeah, man, she was telling me about the OnlyFans and shit. She had OnlyFans, and I was like, yo. She was like, I've been selling my pussy for money, and do you even know how hard that is? I was like, oh, I mean, yeah.
Type
shit. I was like, damn. The whole time, I swear to God, I was like, damn. Shit.
That's crazy.
Fuck, that's crazy.
For
I was like,
real.
whoa, that's wild as fuck.
Man.
I swear to God.
Straight ad-libs the whole time.
I swear to God, the whole time, man. Yo. Nah, that is crazy. Crushing up Adderall and snorting, it's crazy too.
That's actually egregious. Like, that should never
Nah,
happen.
for real. It kind of doesn't make any sense either, because like if you take it how it's supposed to be taken, you can feel the effects for longer, and it doesn't hit you right then and there, but you can feel the effects for longer. But the thing is that if you snort it, then you feel the effects like basically right then, and then it don't even last as long. It's a higher high, but it doesn't last as long. It only lasts for like an hour or 30 minutes.
She might only last for an hour or 30 minutes. That's right. Think about getting in a car
Bro,
crash. It's all
That's
love.
crazy.
Man, yeah. It's all love, That,
Allegedly.
hey, I ain't talking shit. That's just something that you got to work out. You got to work that shit out.
Facts.
You're getting close to a dead end here. And if you get to the dead end, you're just going to be a crack whore. And I really don't want to see you being a crack whore. I really, really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Crack is whack.
yeah, so is the WNBA. But, we got it, it's something that we didn't ask for. But
It's here.
it's here.
That's what I mean.
It's here. It's not something that we needed, nor is it something that we wanted.
Seems like it's just subsidized.
We just got it. And then we're going to inject politics into it.
Yep.
That's one thing that I really want to try to avoid. Like with my art, like it's one thing that I don't want to implement politics into my art. And I think that people should do the same thing, unless their art is specifically politics. Like if your art is like speaking, and you are just doing political commentary, like, yeah, okay. Or if you just speak, if you're well adverse in topics like that, then okay. But I don't think that people should be implementing it into everything.
Yeah.
Bro, and I really think that like the LGB shit, I think all that is politics, bro. I really, really, truly do.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Hot take: they need to stop publicizing the alphabet people. We don't care. We don't care.
Nah, for real. Like,
I don't care if you like dinosaurs. I don't care if you identify as an octopus.
For real. Matter. For real.
Keep it to yourself. If me and you are cool and, one day you feel like it's necessary to tell me that, and, I identify as an octopus, so I don't eat shellfish, sure.
Yeah.
We won't go to Juicy Crab. We won't go to, they say bad bitches eat seafood. I just won't take you there because I guess you're not a bad bitch. You're an octopus.
You're an octopus. But, yeah.
We do not care.
We do not care.
Because nobody cares about you at the end of the day. You ever, no offense, but
no offense, man. It's no offense, really. It's all love.
It's an this is an accountability check, right?
Yeah.
If you're an alphabet person, I want you to think of it this way, right?
Yeah.
The people closest to you that love you genuinely from the bottom of their heart,
I'm listening.
They do care.
Yes, they do.
But the regular Joe Schmo people, Carson, me, Seth, we don't care.
Don't give a fuck.
Because I may never see you in my life.
Absolutely.
So why do I care that you like purple platypuses?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I love that for you. What is that going to do for me? It's not going to do anything, right?
Absolutely.
It's not going to pay my bills.
Like, what am I going to do with
that
information?
It's not going to save me from. It's not going to save my life if I'm in mortal danger, and it's not going to help the people around me. So I don't care.
Yeah.
You can be whatever you want to be in the comfort of your own home. Now, I'll extend that a little bit further.
Keyword: in the comfort of your own home.
Exactly. Don't subject outward people who have nothing to do with it to that. In the workplace, you come to work to crack funny jokes and to go the fuck home. I don't want to hear about how Tom made you feel uncomfortable.
Especially to crack funny jokes.
Because he said your outfit looked nice
and
you don't like men.
Yeah.
Oh, whoop-de-doo.
Bro.
He said he liked your outfit.
Yeah.
Now, if he said that, he said... He got some nice shoes. Then that's different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's different. Obviously, that's creeper stuff to do.
Yeah.
We need to get hit with HR. Hello?
Yeah.
Get his ass out of here.
Seth, just in that interaction, he just felt uncomfortable as shit,
exactly.
dude.
I was like,
he thought he was in danger. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Danger.
If you watch that, you know it was weird. But if it's like, hey,
what's up?
Hey, Carson, man.
What's up, man?
You got that shit on today, man.
Hell yeah.
Not like that tie.
Appreciate it, though.
All right, man. You be safe. I'll see you later.
Hey,
You gonna be in the break room?
actually, I'm going to go to HR right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get you for harassment.
Why?
Yeah, you fucked over my day, man.
Oh, damn.
I thought I
thought we were cool, man.
Yeah, but you told me I had that shit on, man.
But I meant your clothes look nice.
That's harassment.
Well, I'll go pack my things now. That should not be a thing. It's like
hell no.
And it's like
hell no. Like compliments.
Exactly. A compliment is a compliment.
A
like
compliment
there
is
is too far, and there's some people that don't understand how to properly compliment. They haven't been well versed in human interactions in general.
For sure.
So they're just kind of like off base people.
They're kind of like weird.
They're not intentionally weird, but they're just weird by default.
It's
kind of like sports terminology because I'm a guy. It's kind of like putting a random on the street and asking him to shoot a free throw. It might or might not go in. It just depends on his life experiences, if he's played basketball, if he's ever held a basketball.
Yeah.
Because if you haven't, then obviously you're going to be terrible at it. It's the same thing with human interaction. If you talk to a lot of people on a daily basis, you're going to be good at talking to people.
Practice
by
makes
default.
perfect.
That's right. That is right.
But if you work a desk job and you sit in your cubicle in your four walls, and the only person you talk to and share more than one line with is your manager, and he pops by your office at 4 p.m. every day right before you leave just to make sure you got everything done, you're probably not that good at talking to people. So
don't apply for sales.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't do that.
That would not work.
Yeah.
I mean, if you make it past the first month, your numbers for that first month will be absolutely horrid, but you would have learned what does and doesn't work.
That's right.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, 8 hours a day for 20 days?
Yeah.
If you don't know after that, you're in trouble.
Maybe I think that people people also need to learn, like, I think there's two ways to approach this too. Like accountability on both ends. Like the first of all is like people need to learn how to interact with other people and have some sort of etiquette to how they interact with everybody. So there's like a social standard. Yet at the same time, on the other side of the line, we shouldn't be raising the bar for the social standard as much as it's women that control it though. Like women shouldn't be controlling. They do control it, but they shouldn't be raising it as much as they do. Like, they only accept compliments, but only from the people that they find attractive.
Yeah.
So that's a thing they should, because there are those people that are a little bit weird, like we said, and you're gonna have that regardless.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the same. That's also the same. That's the same point with like, you know, a girl got sexually assaulted. Okay, what did she wear? You know, that's like the same thing, because like, regardless, you know, you don't want. There's going to be those weirdos out there.
Exactly.
There's going to be those creepy weirdos always out there, and if you wear something that is very
like
provocative and revealing, then you know,
don't
the likelihood of you getting sexually assaulted is higher because of those weirdos.
Exactly.
Now, regardless, and needless to say, that those weirdos should be better taught, and they should have a better understanding of human interactions, but they don't.
Exactly.
But they don't. And you can't control that, but you can control what the fuck you wear.
Exactly. And to build off of that, one of the things that pisses me off is when we're like, oh, what was she wearing?
Yeah.
Like, what did she have on that night? A lot of people are like, oh my goodness, you need, instead of worried about what she was wearing, you need to worry about what you're teaching young men. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you a quick crash course. If he doesn't follow the law, he knows that sexual assault is wrong.
Exactly.
He knows it should not happen.
Yeah.
He still did it. If I make a law that says don't speed, your bitch ass is still speeding.
Yeah.
If you're late for that doctor's appointment and you know you don't want to pay that extra $15, you're going to speed. Whether it's 5, 10 over, it could be 1 mile over. You still sped. You still broke the law. People that rob banks know robbing banks is wrong. They were told that in school. Everybody knows this. So he goes, oh, teach them better. Guess what? It didn't fucking work. They didn't care. They know what's wrong and they still did it.
They're still going to have the security system at the motherfucking bank too.
Think about it this way. In Dora, would she say, swiper, no swiping, swiper, no swiping, swiper,
that
no
motherfucker
swiping.
Still swiped.
Exactly. 50% of the time, he was still robbing her ass. So what are you talking about?
Bro, Dora kept getting held up.
Bad people will always be willing to do bad things.
Absolutely.
Good people will always do good things for the most part. And they do have lapses in judgment, and that does happen. But you're sitting there saying, oh, we need to better teach the bad people. Well, they were bad to begin with. They were they were predetermined to do this. We can't save them.
You're going to have some bad apples, you know?
Exactly. Bad apples.
By default. So you can't, we don't have one of those Dragon Ball radars that tells you how bad somebody is or how bad they're potentially going to be.
Power level.
Exactly.
It's over
75. He's got a 76% chance of committing a crime today. Like some psychopath stuff. We don't have that.
Nah, hell no.
So you use your discretion and you prepare yourself.
Yeah.
By default, it has nothing to, you know what? It does have to do with how attractive he might find you. Of course, but different guys like different things. Some guys like feet.
Yeah.
I don't. There's some guys who are like, oh man, they'll go crazy. They'll go to the beach just for that. Take pictures and everything.
Some of these people on the fucking podcast love feet.
Yeah, they're crazy.
You know?
Yeah, we love you too.
It's like, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into, man. But like, you reach a point where it's like, enough is enough. And it's like, you leave the house late at night, you know, you go into the club, you're already at an increased rate of, you know, be potentially getting assaulted, because most assaults don't happen during the daylight hours. They usually happen after the sun sets. Why? Because it's darker, it's easier to masquerade things, it's easier to hide and get away. Visibility is lower, it's easier to get away with stuff. So obviously, any criminal who plans on committing a crime will do whatever it takes to not get caught. Nobody wants to one-off a crime. If I'm gonna rob a bank, I want to rob 10 banks. I might as well.
Might as well.
Started.
Let's see how many we can get away with.
20 years. It's already 20 years minimum or maximum, whatever it is. Might as well just keep going until, you know,
might as well.
I'm good. I'm gonna rob a bank for $10,000. No. If I'm gonna set it. If I'm gonna do something bad to one girl, I might as well do it to a bunch of them. I already started. I can't. I'm already going to hell.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, Ted Bundy.
Like just
shit. People like that.
Just double down.
Constant.
Just keep doubling down.
Psychopaths.
Like, they'll go outside and be like, oh my gosh, you should teach men not to rape.
Yeah.
It's like,
we've already taught him, bro.
It's like, you think his mother said, you know what? If you like a girl, take that shit.
Yeah.
Take that. I don't care what she says. Take that shit. And if you do a good job, son, I'll tell you this right now. She will like it. You think people's moms really saying that?
Hell no.
Nobody's dad saying that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, you know, there is some rapists that are telling their kids that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, 99% of Americans aren't doing that. 99% of the people in the world aren't doing that. So you sitting there, oh, we're gonna convince everybody to do that. You can't. I can't even convince. You can't convince everybody to agree on a political topic. You think you're gonna convince everybody to follow the same gender norms? It's not.
It's
so
not
go outside with a reasonable outfit. Now you could be fully clothed and somebody could take you. You could grab that ass up.
Hey, that's still a risk that is being taken whenever you walk outside. Period.
Exactly.
Regardless of whatever the fuck.
And even
you're
in your
wearing.
house, you're still in danger.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're just in a little less danger.
Yeah.
So let's create the best odds for ourselves when we go out and take care of ourselves. Instead, you're gonna go outside with a fucking bikini top.
Yeah.
Some jorts that aren't even buttoned at the top.
Yeah.
And a panty line that's going above the shorts. And it's like you walk out to the club or whatever. I'm not saying you deserve to get touched. I am not saying that.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
But you also can't be surprised when the weirdo does it.
Yeah.
You were the easiest target for him.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm grabbing some ass tonight," and you're the ass he saw. It was on a silver platter. He said, "Damn."
Yeah.
He said,
"Let me slide it in." No, we talked about this shit before, and Seth brought this up. Seth said this metaphor, whatever the fuck it is. He said, like, if you got a nice ass car like a McLaren, you ain't gonna park that shit in the hood where the crime rate is fucking 80%.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. With the doors unlocked and the key in it, with it turned on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If she's wearing that, she's inviting attention. I mean, it's
exactly.
It's like
you have to know that.
I'm not going to pretend like I don't see what I'm seeing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just because you want to go out
and most of the time,
go out and obstruct my view. No.
Most of the time, they're doing it for attention.
But
exactly.
Here's the thing.
They don't want to admit
they want
actually all the time
from a certain guy.
Exactly. And then whenever the wrong guy,
it's like all creep. But
like,
if it's the guy that they like, they're like, oh.
Yeah, whenever the wrong guy exactly gives them the attention that they wanted from the guy that
they want.
Exactly. Then it's a problem. Like that's here we go. We're circling it back around to the motherfucking harassment situation.
It is what it is. Just they're goofy. Leave them alone. They the guys that. Even the guys that they find unattractive that are rizzing them up correctly in the way that they would like to be rizzed in it. We're speaking in, we're speaking in modern terms here. Skibbity toilet, you dig what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just kidding. They like the attention. That's all it is.
And they like the attention from the right person.
When you see that,
the wrong person, they feel away, and that's understandable. But it shouldn't. They don't need to blow it out of proportions, and that's the biggest issue.
Yeah,
you can feel however you want to feel, and your feelings are always valid.
Yeah,
you don't always need to act certain ways because of your feelings, but your feelings are always valid.
Yeah.
Now, you also have to be willing and understanding of the risk and reward. The ratio of it, because if the risk you're willing to take is possibly getting touched by a weirdo in the club, because there's barely any space to walk around as it is. Brush up against somebody brushes back up against you. It's like, whoa, buddy, stop.
Whoa,
that's a risk you're willing to take.
Yeah.
If you're trying to attract that guy over there, who probably, if he's in the club, only wants you for a one night stand, and if that's what you're into, that's you. That's
you.
Not me, but that's you, sweetheart. Go ahead.
Yeah.
In 5 years, when you've done that enough times and you explain that to a man that you actually want to be with and settle down, we'll see how he takes that. But I guarantee it won't go as easy as it was with you taking dick. But
yeah,
you're willing to take. You have to be willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
There is that potential opportunity. Just like when you go into stocks and investing, you can invest into a brand that does numbers, but they're one pandemic, they're one vehicle instrument recall. Any number of things could go wrong, and it just takes one, and then you lose that investment.
Exactly.
That's a risk you're willing to take once you step out there. So you can't be sitting there like, oh my goodness, I lost my money. Oh my God, he touched me. Oh my God, they fired me. You can't sit there and complain about all these different things, because that's a risk you should have calculated into your plan when you went into it.
And nobody really gives a shit anyway.
Exactly.
So
touch or be touched world out there. That's the moral.
Yeah, touch or be touched. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna do the touching. I'm not getting touched up.
Yeah.
Now, girls, if a fine girl touches you up, it just happens. Like,
then I'm beating the fuck out of her.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
No, I'm kidding. Maybe
your girl's gonna spawn in and beat her ass for you.
Yeah, that goes for the little kids too.
Facts. Facts. Say it again.
It's a touch or be touched world. Do you want to be touched by those little kids? Hell no. Call today, and we'll touch those little kids for you. No. I have to add "we're just kidding" in there, or we'll be
somebody's
serious.
gonna take it serious.
Somebody's gonna take it serious.
Yep.
It's funny because we don't actually touch little kids. That's what makes it so fucking funny. And for those that do, you're fucked in the head.
Yeah.
That's why I'm willing to stand on the shit too. Because if any case, somebody brings this shit up in the future, and then they be like, "Yeah, you said that you touch little kids." I'm gonna laugh like
and
fuck.
You know who would.
I know that shit's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and I'm gonna look back on it. I'm gonna laugh like a motherfucker. I'm gonna be like, "Man, that shit is funny as." I'm gonna stand on business
Get the fuck
too.
out of my apartment.
I'm gonna stand on business too, and I'm gonna laugh, and I'm gonna be like, "That shit is funny as fuck." You know why it's funny as fuck? Because we really don't touch little kids.
Facts.
That's why it's funny as fuck.
I'm not gonna lie.
And a motherfucker that does touch little kids, they ain't gonna joke about that shit.
They won't.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, side note, the fastest way to figure out if one of your homies might be DL gay,
Yeah.
make gay jokes around him. If he doesn't join in,
Yeah.
he might
He's
be a little
gay.
suspect. Because it's like, I'm talking about fucking the homies in the ass. If I was a girl,
Yeah.
If I was a girl, I let the homies in.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, yeah, same.
Absolutely.
He's like, bro, y'all weird, bro. What you talking about? Like, hey,
Like, bro, I'm
You're
gonna
either-
touch you after this,
you're
bro.
one of us, or you're one of the opposition.
Yeah.
Which side are you on?
Yeah.
Pick wisely.
Do you want to touch us or not? Come on, man.
Group touching. We're having a group session after this, guys.
Damn jerkle shirt.
Yeah, we're all gonna get touched.
Yo, somebody I had on the pod recently said that they had one of those. They said that like it was.
They
They said
got
they were in
touched.
like middle school or
What
something.
the fuck is that over there?
Somebody over there
We're walking around
with
in
the
the
edger.
backyard.
What the fuck?
With the edger, I think she's like
Oh.
sliding out on the concrete.
Go ahead before I end my edging streak. Go ahead.
But yeah, they said like they were watching like porn on a phone together.
Oh.
And they were like, oh, you know what? The person whose house it was like, you know what? We're gonna put this on TV and do it together. So they put on the TV.
Yeah.
Everybody grabbed a blanket and covered themselves up.
And everybody started jerking it. Nah, for
And he
real.
said the last one to finish wins.
No, bro. Nah.
And I said, bro, I can't imagine like I can't imagine how that would work.
Nah,
Like,
bro.
we were like in 7th grade. I was like,
I don't give a
hope
fuck what
I was
grade.
like, you're
Seventh
weird
grade?
still, but I'm glad you weren't like, yeah, we were like, this was a freshman, sophomore year in college.
Nah.
I was like, nah, you're gay.
You're gay, bro.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
You want to do it again. You have that secret yearning, don't you?
Yeah, y'all touched
And you know
each
what?
other, didn't
And you know what? If that's what you're into, by all means. But
Yeah.
please don't touch any blankets in my house.
Hey, bro, you think Drake touched little kids?
He's been known to mess with not to mess with, but to be in close proximity with famous girls that were like 16, 17 years old. So
Yeah.
I don't think he's like a 12, 11-year-old pedophile.
Yeah.
But he might be like a 16, 17, fresh 18,
Ah.
like waiting for the pre-order kind of.
Yeah. So you think that it's
acceptable?
yeah.
Nah.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie though. I was with my girlfriend whenever she was 17.
How old were you?
I was old enough to know better.
Wait, how old is she now?
She's 19.
How old are you?
I'm 20, but 23, gonna be 24 in August. Yeah. And she's gonna be 20 in August. So that we're 4 years apart. 4 years apart. And whenever I got with her, she was about to turn 18. So
Type shit.
So we're 4 years apart. Damn, bro.
Okay.
I be thinking about it sometimes.
You ruined her. No. I'm playing.
He's kind of playing. Damn, bro. I mean, you know.
That's how the cookie crumbled.
Hey, bro. The
Her parents were okay with it, right?
Her parents were okay with it.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
used to have arranged marriages.
And
remember?
actually, her mom knew that we was fucking.
Wait, you fucked her when you were 17? When she was 17?
Hey, bro. In my defense, let me say this. The legal age of consent is 16
Correct.
in North Carolina.
Correct.
And actually, I asked her age before we went on a date, and she said that her age, and she was like, I was like, that's a little young. These are my exact words. I said, that's a little young. When are you going to turn 18? She said in August. which is like a couple months down the road.
Okay.
So I was like, if you would have said any younger, I would have had to turn around and this wouldn't have been done.
Okay, question.
Go ahead, bro.
So, was she going into her senior year or had she just completed high school?
She was, no. She was already in her senior year. And she was about to graduate that summer.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
And y'all met like what month-ish?
This was actually the crazy, you know what the crazy thing is? Is that I was with her. See, this is now we're getting a little personal here because I ain't gonna tell that story. No, I ain't gonna tell that story.
No.
I'll tell you afterwards. I'll tell you after the podcast. But you know, she was old enough.
All right.
And I knew, you know, she's more mature.
Yeah.
Than the ladies her age too.
Okay, yeah.
For real.
All right. We're good.
We're good. You know, looking back in time too, older guys used to marry girls that were 16 or 15.
No, they used to marry girls that were like 13.
You know, for real.
Like just had their first period.
No, you're actually really right, bro.
And like that used to be a normal thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it worked because it got us this far in history. So whether people like it or not, like you can either say I respect it, it was a thing. Me personally, I wouldn't do it, or you say, oh my goodness, it was terrible. But you still have to say it was a necessary evil. Yeah, because even if you didn't like it, it was necessary to get us right here. Yeah, and who knows? You know, they say if you go back in time travel and you kick a rock, it changes how buildings are created. Yeah. So I mean, you go back and like eliminate that as a possibility for relationships. Yeah. We might not have electricity. We might not have LEDs. Who knows what we don't have. For real. So if you're willing to take that risk, then go ahead and double down. But other than that, I'm calling it a necessary evil. Yeah. Honestly, it was a thing. Yeah. It was what it was.
No, that is crazy.
It doesn't really matter to me.
Nah,
I knew matters when it gets like to the grapey situations.
For real. I did know that my one buddy that was my buddy at the time. He's not my buddy no more. But he was with a girl that she was like 14, 15 whenever he was like 20.
Did her parents know?
Yeah, and they didn't like it. Ain't that crazy?
They should have fucking stopped him. What the fuck?
For real, bro.
Like, it's one thing.
No, that is crazy. It is crazy.
Because like I can see a world where like, say, what's a poppin' celebrity boy these days? That's like our age
Justin
bracket.
Bieber.
Good pull, right? Let's say Justin Bieber's not married. Let's say we'll dial it back a couple years. I think he's like 24, somewhere mid 20s. Let's dial it back. Let's say he's like 2019. If girls were all over that guy back then, no matter how old or young they were. Yeah. So if there was like a 14-year-old and she looked older, right? She didn't look like a prepubescent girl. Yeah. Right. She wasn't a washboard. And she like hit on him or whatever, and her mother and her father were like okay with it because like this is literally freaking Justin Bieber, and if you guys do end up getting married down the road, y'all like you're gonna be taken care of. He's gonna like make sure you have everything that you could possibly want. The wedding's gonna be perfect. You're gonna be able to stay at home and everything like that. And that was the plan by the parents. And the daughter like really enjoyed that person's presence, the aura of Justin Bieber. Cool, yeah. Perfectly fine because it was an agreed upon thing. It's not a prey situation.
So what is the age that you're talking about here?
Really just when they look growner, because girls hit puberty a lot earlier than guys do. Girls get
for real. That's why girls, then they hit their peak at different ages.
Exactly.
A girl hits her peak younger than a guy. And then their brains are more fully developed at a younger age than guys as well.
Yeah, and it's like a full 2-year difference too.
Yeah.
So like I don't fault people like there's been situations where I'll go to the mall with my guys or whatever, and they're like, yo, someone's so bad or whatever, and then we look around at the group of friends that they're with. Yeah. And the group of friends don't look old enough, or they look like barely old enough. And it's like, there's probably not a green light. So we'll send either the youngest person or the youngest looking person in our group to go like like where y'all go to school at. Yeah. And if they say high school, it's like, oh well, hey, we see the vision. We saw the vision. You weren't trying to be a creep. She's just better developed than most girls in her age bracket.
Nah,
well, let's sweep this under the rug and we'll never talk about it again.
Yeah.
Now if it's a repeat offender, for some reason he just keeps like he's just sniping. I'm like 16. Yeah. Brother, How do you know? All
No,
these
for
girls?
real
How
though.
are you picking all these?
No, what this is an interesting conversation too, because the lines are kind of blurred as well, because there are some girls that are younger that grow up in older with older people.
Exactly.
So then they become more mature emotionally and mentally too before they become physically mature. And then some of them will become physically mature at a younger age as well.
Exactly.
So then, because I remember whenever I was in middle school, there was some girls that became fully developed, and then I would be as a middle schooler. I'm not saying now, you fucking weirdos. I seen them in middle school, and that's whenever your hormones are raging, their hormones are raging, and then so you see them, and you're like, God damn, I remember in middle school I was looking at my damn teacher, and I was like, damn, I'm trying to fucking, God forbid they call you in the middle of the fucking class, and you got to stand up, and you got a boner in your pants. No, but that's a different story. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that, and especially whenever you get older as a guy, there's younger girls that are young, like you were saying, and you don't know how the fuck old they're. And there's some girls that are like 25 that will look like they're fucking 16.
Yeah.
And then there's some 16-year-olds, sometimes even 14, 15-year-old girls that look like they're fucking 25.
Yeah.
Which is crazy as fuck. And then that's where it gets into a sociology and a biology thing, like a biological and a sociological thing, because you can make the argument that socially it's unacceptable for a guy that is older to get with a younger girl that is fully developed, but at the same time, they are fully developed for a reason. On a biological perspective, it's for them because they are physically ready to bear children, and then they are actually better off younger to have children whenever they
because the body bounces back faster.
Yeah,
that's why,
and if they have more energy, and then you could say that they're not emotionally mature or emotionally ready. But that's why they also biologically look for older men, because then they are able to also teach them as well as they go along with,
be that stable foundation.
Just be the stable foundation, regardless.
Yeah. And it's curious because now we're in a stage, especially in our country, where it's a thing of you have women that are older and they're still not mentally mature. And that's the most concerning thing, because now they can't look for older guys because they were so foolish and squandered all their good looks and stuff like that when they were younger, and were either misled by those women around them that were supposed to coach them up and put them in a position to succeed, or they just quite frankly didn't care. And so they're also having kids and misleading those children, and now they're all up and down all over the place. And then you find yourself with guys where it's they in their head were always taught, this is the type of woman you look for, this is the type of woman you look for, this is the type of woman you look for, and you correctly read the field, but there's not enough of the type that you're supposed to be looking for, and so you just kind of accept whatever's left.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and then I know exactly what you're talking about. I've had this conversation a lot before. So basically, whenever women are older as well, and then they have already been through their peak, and then they think that it's like a delusion.
Yeah.
Because they think that
they think that they can still come, a woman that's 35, 36.
Yeah.
Who's been through life. She might have smoked cigarettes for a certain period of time. She might have been a big pothead, did whatever she did.
It's those balloon pop shows, what I'm talking about, with those women on there?
With the 20v1s type things. Yeah,
and they'd be 35 and
super delusional, with 3 kids.
But especially ones with kids. Because I'm objectively, I don't do the whole red pill, she has less value thing. But if you have kids, and either A, you don't have a supportive co-parenting situation, or you don't have the co-parent at all in the life, even if you do, you're a detriment. In most situations, you are a weight now. Because whoever steps in now can have you in a sense, but they also have to be responsible for your children to a certain extent. Your children aren't required to follow him and to listen to him. because they only will if you make it an established fact at the very beginning that this is what it's going to be.
And then it's also a hierarchy within the family as well, like because then she's going to look at the kid as having more importance than you.
Exactly.
And then so if you also try to discipline their kid
and they don't like the way you're doing
they don't like the way that you're doing it, then there's going to be some sort of tension there.
Exactly.
And there's going to be problems within just that right there because you're not able to discipline their kid as if it was yours. So then you got a kid acting the way that you don't fucking want to. Plus, that's not your fucking kid.
Exactly.
And then, like, on a biological level, you're like, this isn't my fucking kid. And that's like a mental thing, too.
It's a mind fuck.
Yeah, because you're over here fucking supporting.
Let me explain. From my perspective, it's like you go and you work on yourself for years. Learn how to take care of yourself, getting all these skills to raise a family that isn't even yours as a man. It's like you don't even get to continue your bloodline. You get to continue someone else's. Mm-hmm. Like you don't even get to have your own children. It's like, it's not for me.
Nah, bro, for real. No, that
if I'm gonna be a dad, I'm going to be the dad.
Yeah.
There will be no law but my own.
Yeah. See, and that's what I have like a problem with too. Like me personally, like I'm not like as you get older, you do lose your value in the sexual marketplace. I do agree with that. And if you have kids, that also just adds baggage as well.
Yep.
Like especially if you're a woman too.
Yeah, if you're gonna date her, you also have to be open to being a stepfather too. And then you have two options. You have one woman and especially if you're a younger guy. Mm-hmm. And there's still like a big pool of women that to choose from that don't have kids, and then you have a woman that has a kid. Yeah. I mean, most guys are going to go for the woman that doesn't have a kid because it's like
it's easier.
It's
easier.
Makes more sense. It's not going to be as much as a financial burden.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be less discrepancies when it comes to family values.
Yeah,
and just social situations that you're going to find yourselves in because you can have that conversation with just her about what we are doing instead of what do you do about them and how should I interact with them within your boundaries without violating.
You'll also have more time for each other.
Exactly.
And you won't have to deal with, and a lot of times the dude that is the actual father typically is a piece of shit. Yeah. And he's not even involved in the kid's life any, and it's like, why should I have to be taking on this responsibility?
I have to play his save file.
Why do I have to take, carry his responsibility for? And he's just running out here wild, basically doing what I want. If I was a piece of shit, what I would be doing.
Yeah, it just adds to the complexity of just the relationships in general.
Yeah, and especially like when you're younger as a dude, like it doesn't make. Usually, the reason why guys do that is out of like it's desperation and just settling because they think that they can't.
They just want something.
Yeah, they just want something. Most guys that have something going for them, they know they're not going to go for that. It's just. I mean, honestly, it's in multiple ways stupid.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, but don't get me wrong either, because there is like. I think that, say for an example, because I also thought about this recently too. There are also like outliers to this as well, because there are some women who has been with like a really piece of shit person, and then they don't realize until later afterwards, or maybe for example they become a terrible person, like they get involved in drugs, they become a good person, but then they start hanging out with like they have a very good job or somewhat, so they're like, okay, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids, and then later on the guy becomes like a big massive drug head or something like that. So then she wants to take the proper precautions to save herself and the children or child or whatever. So then she's going to have to, get rid of the guy, which is, the best thing to do. So then she has to try to find a decent person, or the guy just turns a piece of shit in general, and then she has to try to find a decent person. So then, I kind of have to think about that as well, because then that also gets down into like a topic that we discussed on one of the other podcasts that we did, with what was it, like adoption. You know, because we was talking about we was having a debate on the abortion thing, and then like we also have to talk about adoption too, because that is a big aspect of it. And then you have to also think about like, what about the people that are out there that are pieces of shit that want to adopt the kids? You know, it's just like another layer of complexity that I think should be added into it as well. And it's one thing that I won't add into the book. I didn't even tell you about that. I'm writing a book. Yes, sir. Scared of the Skeletons.
Scared of the Skeletons? What's it about?
It's about what we're talking about, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Like just social situations.
Like sensitive topics, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, just focus on topics that people don't really want to talk about. But, you know, and it's not modern social issues. I don't really want to talk. I talk a little bit about that, you know, like a later chapter, but I really don't want to home down completely on that, because I want it to be a timeless book, and some of these issues may eventually be resolved, or, you know, they may complicate further in the future. So I don't want to specifically talk about those topics. I may talk about that in a separate book later on, but for right now I really want to focus on, you know, more relationships, not just intimate relationships, which I will talk about that as well, but just like relationships and just being a better person in general, and how everybody can be a better person, because it will contribute to society to make a better society. And that involves highlighting the problems that people have and then exposing those problems. That's why it's Scared of the Skeletons, because it's like, it refers to basically the saying skeletons in your closet. You know, it's things that people don't want to talk about, and people that just kind of stuff into the closet, and then they don't really bring it back up again. So that's what I'm basically doing, is highlighting those issues that people don't want to talk about, like just relationships, or people that haven't been taught that, because there's some people that grow up without decent parents, or they grow up without a mother or a father, you know, and then they don't get taught certain things. So then I would like for people to know those things, so that they can be a better version of themselves, so that they can also contribute to society and making a better society. So yeah, we've been going crazy this podcast.
We covered a lot of bases.
Yes, we did. And we can really go deeper, but we're going to have to wrap it up.
Yep.
What do you got to say, man?
You know, we hope that you guys learned something new today.
Yeah.
You know, we did have it a little bit of, you know, our fair share of what modern proactive individuals would call, I guess, misogynistic takes. I just call it, you know, progressive conversation, because all themes and all conversations are valid and worth having to a certain extent, of course, and you just have to have open ears and be willing to learn something. You know, take all our words with a grain of salt, of course. If you have a question, or you feel just ever so pressed about something that was said, I'm pretty sure that you misunderstood what was said, or you just need a little bit of a clarification, and we'll touch on them in a later episode. But
pull up,
you know, with that being said, this has been another episode with your boy Cole Wraith Hoops.
That's your boy. It's your boy.
Beside me, I have the two lovely hosts.
Sir.
Seth.
To Death on Meth. And Barson Carson Barson with a $sign. Pull up.
And if you made it this far, of course, you clearly loved the episode, because we're about an hour and 20 minutes in. So go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, tell a friend about it, and keep pushing the content on out there, man. With that being said, appreciate you guys tuning in.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
And stop trying to strike those chords, because it's probably a minor. All right, we're fucking it up. This is it.
All right, peace, guys.
All right, I'm going to end it. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
I didn't end it yet.
Oh, yeah, we're here.
Okay, we're done.